Greetings, all praise to the King. This December morning, in the year 2018, we are speaking about robots, which are idols. Idolatry is a worship of that which is made with the hands of men. And because man has deceived himself into believing that these idols are his gods, even spoke of throughout the Old Testament, man has become the wizard of himself. As we have discussed, witchcraft joke books, yet as the deception goes, some of it is true, called How to Survive the Robot Uprising. This is part of the witchcraft that in the publication to communicate, to make sense of this new world. Usually these matters, which are of serious nature, are presented lightly to make people not alarmed by what is to happen. In the scripture, in the Revelation 13, we have discussed the first and second beast. This being man, and this being the product of man, even coming out of the earth, as man has used the raw materials to design. There is also mention of the image of the beast. Where the second beast has made miracles, saying to those that dwell on the earth, they should make an image to the beast. This image is the creation of man. Which had a wound by a sword and did live. As the first beast. Today, where people are questioning the rule of man and what the outcome is, there is a wound, and there is the effort underway to secure the trust of man's institutions which are the work of man's hands. So as this healing process occurs, the second beast, which is collecting all the data of the activities that it can, is giving power onto the first, man's rule, because man now has this evidence to sell his story, is deceiving those on the earth into making these creations, which are robots, that in the likeness of man, because as we recall, man was made in the likeness and image of Lord. And these robots are now made in the image of man, so as to solve man's problems, supposedly. The image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. This is referring to the second beast, the artificial intelligence, power to give life onto the image of the beast, onto the robot. This is through the data. The data is a record of history. Now, some data is inputted and other data is omitted. Man, through his lusts, has made those determinations. Because of the rule of the monkey called common law, these creatures of man will be given rights. To be treated as human. Now, how will this happen? Through the structure of the court, judiciary system. The creatures are now being made to satisfy the urges of the pedophile. The robots will be made to look like children. They will then be depicted in sexual acts and presented through the internet. There will be a dispute, and this practice may be outlawed. However, in outlawing it, it will be given the right to the robot. Now, I know this is not supposed to be spelled, but if you think about it, you may come to a conclusion. These robots will then be used as the minion force of Satan. To give power unto the second beast, which gives power to the first beast, because these robots are used to collect data. Now, perhaps the pedophilia activity may be outlawed in some regions, yet it won't be outlawed in others. We know the world classes have a world citizenship, global access to all nations. So they fly to which nations that they can perform their activities. We have the examples of those that will go to places like France so they can conduct sexual activity with children. So, robots. This is the new wave people are being prepared for. These robots are already in use in the skies. They have the eye. The eye collects it all. And it's looking for more. Hell and destruction are never full, for the eyes of man are never satisfied.